Using cruise control inside of the Cadillac Vistiq is a very straightforward process. There are 3 different types of cruise control that are available. There's normal cruise control, there's adaptive cruise control, and then there's super cruise, which is full hands-free driving. The difference between the 3, normal cruise control is exactly that. That's your old school cruise. So you set it at, let's say, 40. If the car in front of you slows down, yours will not brake. So you just really have to actively be paying attention. Versus the adaptive cruise control, that's where if the car in front of you slows down, yours will automatically brake. If they change lanes, you change lanes, it'll pick you back up to your previously set speed. And then there's the third option, which is super cruise, and that's full hands-free driving. So it's on highways, interstates, and some other roads as well. But as long as the lane markings are recognized, the cruise control system's enabled, you'll get a little message inside of the cluster screen, and when it's available, this part of the steering wheel will go green. At that point, you can take your hands off the steering wheel, feet off the gas and the brake, and the car is going to do everything for you. It's a brilliant system, but actually using the cruise control system is done with the buttons along the left-hand side of the steering wheel here. So you can toggle the cruise control system on this way. When you do, you'll get that little message in the cluster screen, so that's so we know that cruise control is currently enabled. You'd then push down to set your speed. You can increase, decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time by clicking lightly up or down. If you do a heavy click up, heavy click down, that'll increase, decrease at larger increments. You can hit the brake pedal to cancel, pause your speed. You can push the button there in order to cancel, pause your speed. And then you can push up in order to resume your previously set speed either way. I mentioned the 3 different types of cruise control available. If you take the cancel button for a second here, if you push and hold it for a second, that's where we get into the regular cruise control. So these buttons would work the same. So you'd set your speed, increase, decrease, 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time, click and hold up at larger increments. Pushing and holding the button there again is going to put you back in to the adaptive cruise control system. And that's where this gap adjustment comes into play. So it's how close or far are you from the leading vehicle with 3 unique levels. I'm personally okay on level 1 most of the time, but you might want to be on level 2, 3, just depending on your own personal comfort level and your reaction speed. And then you've got this button down here, and that one's going to be to activate the available Super Cruise system if it's available. So you'll see the icon along the very bottom there. So that will go green, and it'll automatically turn on the steering wheel here, which will go green too. And that's when you've got that hands-free system that's available. If it goes blue, that just means it's temporarily paused. You might have to turn the system off and then back on again. But once that goes green, hands-free, and you can keep your feet off the gas and the brake. It'll do everything for you. When you're using the adaptive cruise or the super cruise system, you can hit the accelerator pedal if you want to go faster as well. Hit the brake pedal at any point in time, and you just have to push up in order to resume your previously set speed. And then inside of the infotainment system, if you go into your vehicle settings, then vehicle, you've got a bunch of options, but we're looking for super cruise lane change with 3 different options. So that's off, turn signal activated, or automatic. And the difference between the 3, with it off, you hit the turn stalk and you just manually have to change lanes yourself. With turn signal activated, you hit the turn stalk to go left or right, it'll check to see if anybody's in the lane next to you and change lanes for you automatically. No user feedback is needed whatsoever. And then you've got the automatic, which takes that turn signal activated up 1.5 levels. So if you've got the cruise control speed set and the car in front of you is going too slow, the car will automatically put on the blinker for you. It's going to change lanes for you. It can pass that slower moving vehicle and then move you right back into the lane that you were in as well. It's a brilliant system. You can still use turn signal activated when automatic is activated. If the vehicle's got you changing a lane, you don't want to do it, just hit the turn stalk the other way and it'll temporarily pause the system. It's really simple to use, but let's go through a live demonstration of the cruise control system and I'll show you how the system actually works. So like I said, it's really easy. You've also got this paddle along the left side, and that's for regenerative braking. So you can push pretty heavily, and what it'll do, it'll actually take you all the way down to a complete stop. It can put you into the auto hold setting too. So if your foot isn't on the brake pedal, it's going to hold you in place once you've come down to that complete stop. All right, so this is a 50 road that we're coming up to right now, and this is actually perfect. So if you're coming up to a red light and there's nobody stopped in front of you, you have to brake yourself. So there's no red light recognition inside of the vehicle. if there was a car in front of you, it would automatically bring you down to a complete stop. So there's stop and go capabilities. So if you've stopped, it'll automatically start driving the vehicle again. You can always hit the resume button up, and you can hit the accelerator pedal at any point in time if you wanted to speed up a little bit faster. Pretty straightforward. And I want to make sure, so the cruise control system we know is toggled on because we've got those icons there, and it's the adaptive cruise control system that I have enabled right now. So start driving, push down to set a speed. I can click up at larger increments there as well. And I'm cruising right now. Then I've got the distance indicator, so those 3 unique levels that are available. Again, I'm okay level 1 most of the time, but you might want to be on 2, 3, just depending on your own personal comfort level. And then if you wanted to, you could hit the brake pedal at any point in time, push up to resume your previously set speed simply there as well. If the vehicle's not speeding up fast enough for you, you can hit the accelerator pedal at any point in time. But like I mentioned, the second that you hit the brake pedal or you hit the left paddle there, it's going to force you to then resume your previously set speed by hitting up. But it takes everything into account. So if there were cars in front of me, it's actually funny, what are the odds that I don't have anybody in front of me 2 red lights in a row? So just have to hit the brake pedal there to start slowing down myself because there's nobody in front of me. And then speed up, push up in order to resume my previously set speed. And there we go. So my feet are off the gas and the brake. The vehicle can bring you right down to a complete stop here too. Boom. And it's also recognized the lane markings. So it's not a self-driving car if you don't have the Super Cruise system enabled. But if the vehicle recognizes lane markings, it's going to keep you nice and balanced in your lane there. It'll nudge you back into your lane if you start veering over. But you do have to keep your hands on the steering wheel unless you're utilizing the Super Cruise system and you know that that's activated. Again, because I mentioned, you've got that upper part of the steering wheel that will go green. So again, in a nutshell, you toggle the system on off with the bottom right button. You'd set your speed by clicking down, increase, decrease, 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time. The vehicle will automatically resume your speed. If it's not speeding up fast enough, hit the accelerator pedal at any point in time. If you wanted to, increase your speed that way instead. So it's pretty straightforward. But if you want full walkthroughs, you want to know how to use all the different steering wheel buttons, go through the cluster screen, the head-up display, or the infotainment. You'll find full walkthroughs down in the description of this video. But that's how you use the cruise control system inside of the Cadillac Vistiq.